Good evening again. We are back at the Thrones World Cup, still in the top 4 stage, and we have 3 more games in the Catalonia Austria match, 2 to be played this evening, and they are quite crucial. So let's see. We had Austria just winning their 4th one, so actually Austria has 3 match points now, and Catalonia really under pressure. And the one we are going to watch is, I believe, this one. So it's Rene against Lannister, and it's Greyjoy Winter against Tyrell Reigns. So the game is open, but they haven't started yet, which means we can look at the decks. Not this one, so this is going to be the next one. The Greyjoy Winter deck that we've covered before on this channel, I think, and they're all the same apart from a few cards. So anything special here doesn't play Dagmar, so that's one of the decks that replaced Dagmar to include Ralph Canning, which everyone has included, of course, because it's a no-brainer. And I always look at the events a little bit, because some people we've managed to, or whoever was behind the whole Bloody Cup craze of late has managed to convince people to include it, but some have stayed with the events that were in basically the Starek deck that everyone copied, and this
By
one
the way,
stayed.
I don't think the decks are showing on stream if you're.
Sorry, are we still showing you the image? Sorry. There we are. My apologies. So here we are. Yeah, Raiding the Bay of Ice and rhymes with Mick, which honestly I've seen Raiding the Bay of Ice played. I have not seen rhymes with Mick played at any point in this tournament with all the Greyjoy decks that we've covered. So I mean, it is good draw if you can get it, and this deck sucks with draw. I've lost 3 games with it, partly for playing stupidly, but it's the problem is that you, after a few rounds, start to top deck unless you get Asha, who draws really crazy searches everything, right, and draws on demand. But there's no consistent 2 cards for red keep every round, like Baratheon decks do or whatever. And you need draw. It's not easy to achieve. There's Great Kraken, needs to win unopposed. If you're not winning unopposed, it's not drawing. Blackwind also can draw, but then it might not. So it's a bit fragile, but it can also just run over opponents. So can it run over Tyrell Reigns though? It doesn't play the Arbor, but it plays Redwine Straits, plays High Towers, which are kind of dangerous if you leave them alone for nothing burns, because you spend 4 and they just blick, disappear. And 3 bounties. Plus in the plot deck there's Late Summer Feast, and there's at the gates, which usually takes Great Hall, which you can't just get rid of with nothing burns. You have to Night Flyer it or whatever. Air as well can turn. This is not Stark, so can turn Recon into Renly. You have to get Guard the Gross or something, or just find dupes for.
No Sweet Robin.
No Sweet Robin, no. Dupes for Marjorie can be good, and Morghulis is tough to pull off, because she just turns Randall into Renly or whatever. And there's that one Varys, which usually the Tyrell decks don't need, but if Greyjoy is going crazy with their bigs and is limited on saves a little bit, you can try to get them. And there's Morghulis here as well, Morghulis and O'Harris. So if Tyrell gets what it wants, it's not usually forced to actually Morghulis, but it's good to have, because Greyjoy has it, and then you can reason some stuff, but to get through double Morghulis is a little bit more difficult, and O'Harris hurts, but it hurts Tyrell as well. I mean, you're not going to end O'Harris aboard with Renly and Randall. Sometimes you do, as we've seen in the previous round where Lannister played a O'Harris, where he kept one character that then got marched. That was a really unfortunate play. And Reigns Wildfire here, so okay, if it's chart heavy, I guess. I don't know, or if you want Marjorie to do something. Open Revolt, half a chance of actually working here. Pointy End also will do stuff. All the plots will do stuff. Just missing Game of Thrones as well, which would have also done stuff. And Pinch, we've seen actually in my testing games that it's vulnerable to Pinch a little bit sometimes because intrigue. I mean, you have Euron and Asha, but sometimes you can get stuck. And Brienne the Blue and Lord Rene is right. Those are not cancelable by any means. And
Okay, we have setups.
good. Okay, let's join it. So the last thing I wanted to mention is First Snow.
Yes.
Can hit, but sometimes Tyrell Reigns plays First Snow itself, so I guess it's not that worried, and High Tower Spies are there. Mace is an icon card, has +1 on him, 1 Botley Crew, and actually that Shipwright might now be used. I had to cut it out of my deck,
Yep.
but may as well. But you're not choking that much. I mean, there's Mace and Red Wine Straits -2 for the agenda. There's still something there. More than Greyjoy will have, I think. Okay.
Never mind.
Well, if it's not Asha, I mean,
Ralph?
then Reigns could happen.
Yeah.
And it is
Okay.
exactly
It is
Asha.
Bounty, nice.
Yeah. I mean, if that happens, you can say goodbye to any choke potential, I think. Still,
2 gold can ambush one of those spies in.
yeah.
Not the
The
increase,
old-
but the other one. Yeah.
The Old Town Informer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just play
the
one
gold
of
one.
the strength boosts here as well. Asha, the problem with Asha, if you want to keep her to stop Reigns, I mean, then she's not doing a challenge. At the moment, you are over reserve, but missing out on her draw is not pleasant. Okay, so what? Military first, see what happens.
There's no threat for unopposed now, right?
No.
Not really, no.
You could raiding the Bay of Ice, the Red Wine Straits? Or is it non-limited only?
Let's see.
Never mind. The warship's not anyway, so it's not happening.
Yeah, I had to know probably that this was happening, but there's no way around it. Well, other than maybe attacking with 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you spend stuff, a reducer gets claimed, and then Randall just starts, right? And power gain starts.
Yeah.
I think reading the device says it says non-limited location.
Okay. So yeah, it's not relevant right now.
Mace has just gone to 6 strength, so now you definitely can't spend Asha if you want to stop Reigns. Now, what Reigns is doing actually at this point is probably just power behind the throne, Randall or something, but he's standing anyway. He can do one more challenge.
You probably do the power Randall just for the renown and the unopposed if he doesn't block it. And then you get your Reigns trigger if he does.
Yeah, there's 2 cards in the discard pile, 3 after Asha does her thing, so...
Yeah,
Do you
that's if
want
she does a
to
challenge.
search 3 or over reserve? Depends. I mean, if it's a shit hand, then try to find something and see how the game goes.
Yeah.
By the way, Mace has an ability as well.
Yep, so it's two into hand and 1 on top of the deck.
Yeah, some players then put a 7 coster on top and play the spy guy, and that's really fun. Lannister likes he likes this Mace actually. Does good work for him.
He's probably the most playable of the 3. Why we've got 3 maces, I have no idea, but...
And Asha has decided to stop.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit weird, some characters that are 3 copies that are all like...
I mean, Mace is pretty prominent, is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah, debatable. I don't know.
Half a chance that nothing much happens.
There's also 3 Roberts and 3 Eddards, and they both die in the first book, so.
Spoiler.
Sorry.
Well, they're both still alive in chapter 4 where I'm at the moment. So. They just met again after 7 years or something. And Eddard keeps noticing how Robert has got extremely fat. Yeah, he's not
All that
spending
wine.
resources just to get more challenges through. Skipping the
No.
cards. So he's put one on top with Mace. I wonder if against the pillage deck you also could put something that gets pillaged there. Not just something that you use for other
You
stuff.
probably put chuds there, right? Just in case Euro makes an appearance. You don't want locations entering the discard pile.
Okay, he's played the econ plot now, so here we go. I mean, anything that gets played duped, it's not going away because there's no Harris, so. And no kings, right? The pillage baron is not the king, so Rene is savable
No.
if he comes with a dupe. And the best possible card you can draw is duped Marjorie.
Yep. Which you can play for 3, and then you're playing it for 5. Yeah, that shipwright is always going to be kneeling that Great Hall, I think.
Yeah, but that's not enough joke against this.
No.
Okay, shadow cards, different
It
than
rhymes with Meek,
what
Pinch,
I'm
not
playing,
Pinch,
yeah.
Nightflyer.
Nightflyer
It's
and
Nightflyer.
no Hagen's daughter, no Old Billbone, right?
No.
Nightflyer, well,
Yep.
now it's a bit more, to be fair, and 2 Botley Crews. I mean, still anything that Lannister wants to play, he can.
Yeah.
But
So
that's his
he
last
essentially has
econ.
9.
And here we go. Just an extra King's Road just in case. Yeah.
Okay.
I would
That's
call
pretty
this game over.
Oh, okay.
Unless he plays to
What-
Harrison himself again.
So Card and Shadows is Pinch.
That's very possible.
Is there any other Shadows cards in this deck?
Well, you have to tell me. I don't have
I will
an
have
extra screen.
I will have a look.
Now even an offensive Murgulis is...
Oh, there's one Queen of
You know.
Thorns. The shadow, the one
He has-
that when you win a shadow.
I'm gonna say it's Pinch though, because he saved the 1 gold.
Yeah. Which is definitely better than Queen of Thorns.
Oh yeah, because at this point in the restricted list that we're playing with, Screaming Septon is still podded
Yeah.
with Old Town, right?
So do you just do military with Asha then and try to draw Balon or something?
It'll be unopposed, and we could have a We Do Not Sow Old Town. So I would say Old Town gets okay. He's just doing it with a Botley Crew.
Well, you're getting cards for late Summer Feast because I don't think Lannister will let this happen.
No. Oh, I would probably trigger Old Town now, just in case it gets sowed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can play with not so on Great Hall and leave him with no econ and 2 Botley Crews still there, but it's he's already got stuff into play, and now he doesn't need to play anything for the rest of the game basically. And if Greyjoy tries if Greyjoy tries to go super wide to kind of match these 3 bigs, then you rains into Wildfire.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to play it
Raiding. Okay.
I can get both if he has both. He does not.
Okay. So do you do the challenge of Asher here to try and get rid of it, or?
Yeah, I can't stop a Reigns, can you? I mean, in theory you can, but
So you can block for 7, you can go in for 9. There's a strength increase.
yeah, he's
It's actually
going
4.
all in here just to try to flip out of Light Summer Fist, I think, before Randall starts. If she defends and it's still a Reigns trigger and still a pinch trigger, it's a disaster. What else does she do, Ash? I mean, she can
If she
defend.
defends, she gets pinched,
Yeah,
like on the power. So either way, I think she gets pinched this round, and then that's like massive tempo loss.
7, so you need to get to what? 12. One growing strong would do it, but he doesn't have it, so which means he's actually going to have to give a card for Light Summer Fist and another one for Randall
For the
Tarly, who is
power.
surely going
Yeah.
to attack.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a pinch, he's going to do power, right? Otherwise,
Yeah.
half a
You
chance
try
to
and
do
kill off a
immediately.
motley crew or the shipwright.
Yeah. There's time to do power. I mean, he could also stand somehow, but probably not.
There could be a Brienne the Blue, but
maybe this is not the round, right? Where you
no,
have
that's a bit
Light Summer
it's
Fist.
wasted.
Just get Wardens or something, and then go crazy with Randall.
Yeah. Pinch.
2 Winter Reserves have been played, so you can replay Asha, but that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're not going to stall it with Greyjoy Winter long enough to force a double Morgulis somehow. And the first one puts probably a dupe of Randall into play anyway, so he survives the double one.
I mean, or just another, just Rene, and then you just rush even more.
Yeah, but I was thinking if 2 Morgulises are revealed in the same plot phase.
Oh, okay, at the same time, okay.
The thing is though, Lannister can win next round here.
Yeah, he just plays
Play
Wardens, right?
Yeah.
He's not been very stream friendly, doesn't want to give us a long game so we don't have the awkward pauses in between.
Yeah, if he plays Wardens and goes second, can do a bit of defense with Randall Tarly, then do challenges back, and then on the last one flip into open revolt.
Yeah. It's 2 power by default open revolt, right?
Yeah. Ooh, 8 viewers. Very high number for me.
What's happening in the
Greetings.
standing phase?
Maybe thinking he should concede now, actually. This connection is happening, okay.
Okay.
If Lannister doesn't come back and I was playing Greyjoy, I would be tempted to
take that W.
be tempted to concede. I mean, I wouldn't if it's not decided, but this is so difficult to imagine turning around. If the dupes weren't there, but they are. So dupes and everything's already in play.
He's just happy to say it doesn't need pinch anymore.
Yeah.
He might have it's 2 copies of pinch, right? So
Okay, so maybe he has to, yeah.
I think.
Imagine if he had to and just spend all his gold to get 2 pinches into play.
Yeah.
'Cause
You get
that
rid of
works,
the
right?
two
Yeah.
Botley crews.
Yeah.
You would get rid of the two Botley crews and hopefully go first, but because it's not initiative isn't high, right?
Okay, so Winter
Mhm.
Festival. You have a summer plot, but I don't think he's that bothered about Winter Festival if he thinks it's worth flipping out of this. He's going first this time as well. By the way, first snow is an absolute disaster for Rene here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least he's choked enough to basically stop anything apart from one pinch.
Okay, so what can we have here? Okay, Paxter.
Baxter. That means still a
Well, that
possibility to
gives
play an
you
event.
also, yeah, basically gives you some
We
beacon
could
already.
trigger Rains into Wildfire, kill Paxter, grab a Renly, and then win.
Well, can we have a Balon?
What's he taking?
Pinch.
Pinch.
He can take a King's Road and then you get Balon plus one more thing. Oh, great haul here as well.
Ralph? But that'll be irrelevant now.
Mm-hmm.
He needs another intrigue icon, otherwise Reigns is being triggered off of one character.
Ash is in hand, right?
Yep.
And she's not getting pinched this time.
Nope.
She's just getting filthy accusation.
Yep.
And this time probably you start with the other challenges to get the plot benefit if you want to trigger Reigns. I mean, he could also not.
Yeah.
Just stop the Winter Festival or whatever, but actually Winter Festival doesn't hurt him if there's another round. We want power on the faction card.
Yeah. So you start with the power, because there's unlikely more than one power icon coming out. You're winning it regardless. Then do the... You can't really do the... Well, you can do the military, but it's not great. You might then do the intrigue into Wildfire, kill Paxter. Then... You don't want to... You want to leave some characters standing though, right? Because you're not closing, I don't think.
Are you not?
Maybe you are, if you get into open revolt.
So that's
maybe,
10, and then Marjorie on the intrigue is 11, and if you go into Renly, and Renly are both doing
military.
I guess all of that can also be opposed.
14. Yeah.
Maybe not panic with Wildfire or anything like that, just play it safe,
Yeah.
do your challenges, maybe go filthy accusations later.
Yeah, I think Filthy's probably is a good shout. Get Asher down. She's gonna actually she's gonna oppose the intrigue anyway, maybe. I think because you have to oppose some of these.
Yeah. Why is Vardo Harris in this Reigns deck?
Maybe screening against Morgulis in Martel. I don't know.
Seems like it could be first
So
snow
what's
instead.
Doesn't care to trigger Reigns even.
He could have Brienne the Blue in hand. Paxter's there.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Still not quite enough actually if they both defend, but I mean if they both defend.
It is enough.
She
She gets +5, no?
Yeah,
So
but
it'd be 12 versus 7.
12 versus 7, sure, yeah. If he even cares, I mean, the plot gives him another Randall. If they don't oppose, then he will trigger it probably. But if they do oppose, then maybe just.
You go into open revolt, which puts you on 13.
Got rid of Asha, could just play on, but okay, he's going to.
He does have Brienne the Blue.
Yeah.
Oosh.
Well, he has to have something. He's not played out much useful stuff in this game, has he? Just a duped Marjorie, duped Randall. 2 cards at random have a gold modifier on them, and the econ.
So we're going to open revolt. Maybe. Yep.
And has he done? Okay, he hasn't
Scarce
done
Balon at random.
military. Oh, so he was there. If he played Balon instead, this card pile is a bit sad.
Extremely. Extremely sad.
So Balon could have taken a King's Road, and then you have enough gold for a Ralph kind of guy, possibly, if you have one. But still not great.
Do the military. Gets
And
opposed.
he kinda has to block.
Yeah.
Actually, this one he's not winning.
Yeah, no.
So, well, they have to stop him, and then
And then
it's
open revolt,
open
puts him on
revolt and
14 and
dominance.
dominance.
Yes, he has to at least, I mean, block. But he has to oppose it, right?
He has to win, otherwise it's just open revolt and win.
In either way, it's
Oh, open revolt doesn't trigger when revealed. Okay, sorry.
No, it's at the end of the phase.
Oh yeah, so it's
Yeah.
nothing
So
to
he
be
gets
done.
renowned,
Theoretically-
and then it's open revolt. There's nothing. Yeah.
Well,
That was fast.
yeah. Well, he could have won that. Why couldn't he win that?
He probably just saw that it was finished. I think this is just going through the motions because he already knows the outcome. He'll do the intrigue with the shipwright to try and stop open revolt, but then Paxter blocks. Unless there's Kraken's grasp, then it's there's nothing.
Ooh. Doesn't
That
help.
does nothing.
Tie dominance, maybe, after
Yeah,
he does the intrigue, Mills
But Randall
Paxter.
will get renown now still, so it's 13, it's not 12.
Yeah.
Had the reason, but the opponent was too duped.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have played it on shipwright, so he can try to win that intrigue challenge back.
Yeah, he could with actually he could.
Because then
Mace
would have to instead of Paxter.
Still the same thing though, right?
And that's
okay. Good one. If
Yeah.
I had to play against that, I would probably not be in the best of moods.
So Catalonia keeps it interesting, right? So it's 4-2?
2?
Yes, and their best guy is still to play, and that's coming up, I believe. So, but in about 35 minutes. So again, we are kind of stuck with nothing here. So we have to probably stop it to save me on editing time.
Why?
Do you want to chat for half an hour and have that uploaded to YouTube later?
It's okay.
Okay, so just to show you again, okay, they're not going to update it super quickly, but it is 4-2 now between Austria and Catalonia, and the other 2 games still to come are which ones? This, so the Hollow Hill deck is up against Stark Filthy, where we think Stark Filthy is resilient enough to maybe win. It's not getting reset into the ground, or maybe it is, so that could be interesting. I would say slightly in favor of Catalonia. And the last one is Robert Charlotte against Hansen. That's Tyrell Lion for Austria into Lenny Many-Faced God, where I think, without having actually seen it, Robert, he jumps a lot with his random knights that all have military icons, so it's difficult to aggro him. So I don't know. I think he might have a chance there, but I've not played that matchup or watched that matchup very often from either side, so I'm just guessing. So we'll see.
That's tomorrow, right? Not today.
That's tomorrow evening. Probably can only record it if no one's streaming it. I'll be at home, so if indeed it's 4-3 at that point. If it is, then Catalonia actually pulling it back from 4-1. Actually, we keep saying that it's not like you're making a massive comeback and the other team is bottling it or anything like that. It's just the games are the sequence is arbitrary, right? It's just the way people arrange games, and we knew that Catalonia had more favorable matchups towards the end of this week. So yeah, they could pull it back to 4-4, and then anything can happen, right? They can. Last time they played, Stupe played the key game. They also have, I mean, players who have lost one game in this tournament. Hansen, Martifos, so top players, all of them, and I don't know. I mean, there's Reinhardt on the other side and other guys, so that could be 50-50 if you get to 4-4. Okay, half an hour. I guess we're back in about 25 then, so.
See you in a bit.
If I can manage to finish this correctly, there we go. Can have the little screen there. So back in a bit.